Hey guys, yeah, a bit of explaining to do. So I've really tried to be doing vlogs and stuff, but I guess to cut to the point, I started a new job just over a week ago, so kind of been getting used to the schedule, not really used to getting up at 7 o'clock or whatever, and a bit mentally drained. The reason I'm in this attire is because I walk to and from work at the moment, so it gives me half an hour of, I like to call it overthinking time, especially on the way back from work. And I just thought maybe I'd do like a mini how my last week or so has been thing, and try and do some stuff that's a bit more frequent and a bit shorter. So now I've explained that. So I'm a fully fledged adult again, which is good news, I suppose. Been a bit of an odd feeling. I think I was kind of expecting the first day back for me to feel exactly how I did back like last Christmas or so. Wasn't really ever going to work out that way, was it? Let's be honest. But yeah, I think the thing is I've always been someone who's been pretty self-sufficient, and that doesn't mean I haven't had help in any way. That's not what I mean at all. But I've always been someone where I haven't really I've not had handouts as such in my adult life. So if I go into my room, for example, now, and I look at any of the stuff in there, so the clothes I have, my car downstairs, in the garage, not downstairs, and basically any possessions I own, like barring a few things recently, or presents from like previous Christmases and birthdays, everything is what I've worked for and what I've earned myself, which is fantastic. It's not like I want someone just to be like, here you go, here, have some stuff. Kind of the point I'm trying to make though is when I obviously have had my falling off the horse and not getting back on for 6 months kind of phase, it was long enough for it to kind of make me think about myself, oh well, I'm not a hard worker and I'm not a valid sort of member of society, I'm not contributing and stuff, when in actual fact, like, since I think my first job was working as a cleaner during sixth form. Actually, no, I did babysitting and sticking up as a kid. So yeah, I've always worked. Like even through university, I had various bar jobs to subsidise like my money, and so I've always kind of provided to a certain extent myself. So the last 6 months are the anomaly, but I think the sort of frame of mind I've been in, and because 6 months is still a reasonable amount of time, I'd forgotten that, and so it took its toll on my mental sort of state, where I sort of felt a bit of a leech, and that I wasn't really contributing, and I wasn't able to be a kind of positive influence to anyone or in any facet of life. And I think it's going to be like a mindset where it's going to take a while until I kind of feel like myself, and not even necessarily getting back to the stage I was but around Christmas, because that's going to take a lot longer than a month or so. But just kind of getting to a place where I feel like I'm grinding through the week, the usual feeling, and getting like a Monday feeling and stuff like that, and kind of just getting back in the routine of things. But it's the first step. It does kind of feel good that I'm going to be able to start paying stuff off and just kind of fending for myself, like not entirely, but there's so much that can be said for working and actually feeling like you're contributing, as opposed to just before I just kind of felt like this meat sack that got up, used resources, did whatever during the day, went to sleep, and then just kind of repeated it. It's like, I think in all honesty, it was a period of time I needed to have. I don't think in hindsight it necessarily needed to be as long as it was, but there was a lot of other stuff going on as well, which I'll have explained in various other blogs and vlog posts, but this is more about the last week. But yeah, all in all, it's been, I guess, quite a positive week. I've been absolutely shattered. I really don't think my because the other thing is as well is, as much as I'm not used to doing the, like, I say 9 to 5, it's not really been 9 to 5, it's been like 8 to 6, but that kind of routine as well, I still can't switch off in the evenings. So even though it appears like I've had quite a lot of downtime, and from having months off work and stuff I should be quite refreshed, the thing I've kind of accepted that I have to be tolerant with myself and give myself a bit of leniency is that the entire time my brain would not switch off ever. Like, I haven't slept properly during the entirety that I haven't been working. I'm not sleeping properly now, so it's kind of gone from one extreme to another, from having loads of spare time and overthinking all the time to having no spare time, and then the very kind of little spare time I have, I can't switch off still. But hey, I mean, it's a step in the right direction, and hopefully in a week or whenever I do my next one from now, I can I can have some more positive things to say. So that's about it. So I'll speak to you guys soon.